Yo, back with another video. I feel like I'm getting used to this, Vlogging is a part of my identity now. It feels like, anyway. I still cringe myself out on the intros. But anyway, today I'm gonna bring the camera. I'm meeting a friend of mine, a good friend actually. I've not seen him in a long time. Really, it's about catching up with him today, but I thought I'd take the camera. He's got an e-commerce brand. He is in his first year of this new brand and he is scaling like crazy, profitably as well. And because it's an e-commerce brand and we work with e-com brands, I'm sure there's going to be a lot to learn. I'm sure I'm going to improve our service as a result of today. And then I'll also have a look at his ads, see if there's anything I can help him with. And of course, if there is any game, any source that I can share with you guys, then I'll make sure to get the camera out and do that as well. Yo, with the man himself, Mr. Watson. He's smashing it at the moment for his e-commerce brand. We've just been speaking about his first year in business and how he's had a lot of these different brands, but this one has taken off the most. Why would you say, actually Watson, he's not in shot, but why would you say this one's done well versus some of the other ones?
I'd just say got right timing really. Probably the other ones didn't everything about like business and the model and stuff, and this one's kind of just like clicked. I also do it with my partner, so she kind of understands like the parts that I don't understand brand wise and stuff, and I think it's just blending them two really.
And question actually, like what business is this for you? Because when I met you, you had, it wasn't even Watson Clothing, it was Rue Langui.
Rue Langui, yeah.
And that was, we were like 16.
Yeah, 16, yeah, I've been trying it for a while.
Yeah, so what business is this? This isn't even like your third or fourth, is it? It's like fifth or sixth.
More probably, if you count all the shitty ones, probably like 10th plus.
Yeah,
like
10th.
You should see the amount of domains I've probably bought in the past.
Yeah.
In the 10s or 20s, but yeah, couldn't even put a number on it, probably like proper one, like actually one that I've put 100% into, probably like five. Fifth one.
There you go. Like, you look at everyone's first year of their most recent business and you think, yeah, that looks either easy or rewarding, but what you don't see is that we have been doing this since we were 16, 17, 18, 19, whatever the age is, doesn't matter. But most people, before they have a successful business, it's failure after failure, and it's taking what you learned about the last one, going again, not doing as well as you wanted to do, take that learning and then apply that to the next business. And eventually, if you keep doing that, you will succeed and you'll get to where you want to go. And I know, even without asking him, like Tom probably isn't where he wants to be yet. That's just the nature of the game. You get somewhere and then you think, I want to get even further. But the reality is that it is a process, and no matter what you do, you can't shortcut that. You just got to go through it. I record this because I think this is important. What I say to people is, when you run a business, people see it as like a short-term thing and they think of like 6 months or a year, and if I'm not making money and I've not been able to quit my job in 6 months, then they think they're a failure. But the thing is, if you used to be a doctor, you're going to go to uni for at least 5 years or 7 years, and then you got the training, then you're an apprentice, then you're a junior, then you eventually start to make some money from it. But people see that as a long-term thing, whereas a business, they think it has to be a few months or a year, which is just bullshit. And if you missed that, Tom started his, was that your first business?
What? Rue Langui. Yeah, if you can pronounce, I think that's how you pronounce it. Yeah, Rue Langui probably 10 years ago maybe.
I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right.
I'd have to go back for the Instagram account.
Yeah, honestly, we were wearing Tom's like caps, hoodies and t-shirts 10 years ago, and then he started another clothing business, then another business, then another business, and now what he's doing is working. But he has gone through that process, just like with any other career you have to learn, except this time it's not a formal education. You actually just learn by trying and going again. So yeah, you can't skip. No matter how much you try, you can't skip that part of the process. That stop you from making the steps to turn it from like a business of that level to a business of this level, where it starts to mean that you can reinvest into more SKUs, make more profit, start to build. It depends. It also completely depends on your goal. I know that when we spoke, you said that you actually enjoy what you do, and so there's no rush to be able to do this full time. That was the opposite of me. Like, I had to get to a point where within 3 months I can quit my job because I actively hated every minute of working in a corporate office. So I'm coming from a very different mindset. Like, we at 45k a month in 4 or 5 months, but I also know that if I was a bit more comfortable and things weren't as painful, I probably wouldn't have done that. So yeah, I'm also just sharing perspectives, which we're coming from different sides of it. Is there anything else that you want to get like any guidance on? Is there anything that I can help you with? Anything that you want to bounce across? All right, look, you enjoy the rest of your day, mate. Yeah, likewise. Enjoy. Yeah, you too, mate. Yeah, enjoy your time off. We'll speak soon. Yeah, you too, mate. See you later. Bye-bye. Frustrating follow-up call, which, to be honest, that happens sometimes. I used to think I'm doing somebody a favor by not being pushy. Now there's like a fine line between being pushy with somebody that you know you can help and not being too pushy and making them do something that they're uncomfortable to do. But what you have to realize is you're the only person who knows how your service is going to benefit the other person. And if you just let them go off and do the same thing, like, just to be transparent, I've had this follow-up with a really good business. He's run ads himself. It's been profitable. And so to me, I'm hearing that and I'm thinking, well, you've run ads yourself. It's been profitable. And now we're still, when we think about how it's going to look in reality, we're still wondering, if we run ads, are we going to be able to make money? And the reality is, like, it's your job sometimes to show people what that looks like on the other side. And being pushy sometimes is a part of it, and just calling the other person out and just saying, look, you were here when we last spoke. You've gone downwards, then back up a little bit, and now you're here. Is it time to do something different? Maybe it's not, but asking the tough questions sometimes leads to the best outcome. And we've had countless amount of times where we've worked with a business, they've been on the fence maybe for 2 or 3 months about working with us, and then once we've been working together, they had wished they'd done that sooner, because the business is just a completely different business at this point. So yeah, I don't know, it's a necessary evil. Like, you do feel like a villain on sales calls sometimes. You do feel like you're pushing a little bit too hard. It's uncomfortable for you as well as for the other person. I'm still trying to get that balance right and make it supportive and not feel like I'm coming across in an aggressive way, because sometimes you can do that. If you really know that you can help the other person, you might start being a little bit aggressive. But yeah, the best thing to do is just remember, like, you are not a salesperson, you are a consultant. And if you think you can benefit somebody by helping them make a decision, then it's your job to make sure they've got the information to make that right decision. Just been for a lovely meal at, can't flip the camera around, Sexy Fish. Don't know if you can even see that in the light. No, it was good though. In Manchester, and so it's raining. Got our hood up, obviously. But yeah, it was good. Fuck. Just been for food at Sexy Fish. It's raining, so I've got my hood up. No surprise in Manchester, but look, that was good. We've just spent a couple of hours going through different ad strategies. And what's mad, obviously, we work with e-commerce brands, and Tom has his own e-commerce brand. And the way that we're growing these brands are completely different. So I think off the back of it, he's probably going to get a creative strategist, and we're probably going to do broader targeting. But yeah, there's so many ways to scale a brand. And I think one of the learnings is you need to just try all of the different ones, see whatever works for you, and not do things based on what you think is going to work, but instead just try it, and then whatever does work for your business, do more of it. Too many e-commerce brands, they watch a video, they try something, it doesn't work, and then they say Facebook ads doesn't work for my business. But the reality is you just haven't tried enough things. You've not thrown enough shit at the wall to see what sticks. So moral of the story, test more strategies, test more creative, test more angles, test more copy variations, and everything in between. Works 0.8.
Also tested this because
Okay.
I wanted UGC to get a lot, because I thought it might do better.
Okay.
Top of funnel.
Do me a favour, just send us a screenshot of that.
Like the main one. So this would be like, if you just got one product, let's say that one.
Yeah.
You just show them, it'd be like one campaign, and then you just put creatives in each week. So you basically just like put your week's creatives into different ones. So week 15,
bro.
week 16, week
Should
17, week 18.
screenshot that as well, please.
And then it's dropped.
Do you track hold rate, by the way?
Nah. Hold rate's how long the video.
From 3 to 15 seconds, yeah.
I need to get that as a metric. I've
Yeah,
heard about it. I've
you
got
should
hook
do,
rate,
yeah.
but I've not got.
Be good for you.
What's that? So that's to track if how long someone's held the video for.
Yeah, well, no, it's how many people watch from the hook. So the hook 0 to 3 seconds, but then hold rate is 3 to 15.
How many people watch through to 15 seconds?
From 3 to 15.
Right, okay.
Or if it's less than a 15-second video, it'd just be like who watches the rest of the video.
Right, okay.
But then that shows you like how good you're retaining, because you might have a really good hook rate, but then if the sales are low,
and it's
you could be like, let's just change. Maybe even make the video shorter. Maybe it's just a bit too fucking long.
I'll get that added, to be fair.
Yeah.
I need to get that added.
Just left Watson, and yeah, good day. I feel like I always say the same things in these intros and these outros, but genuinely, I don't know if anybody's like me, but I feel like the more somebody tries to help me, the more I feel like I have to help them. And so Watson was just dropping sauce on, these are the strategies that we're doing to scale, and I made this change and it had this impact to the return on investment that we were able to make on the ads. And this was all of this like knowledge that was just being dumped on me in the best way possible. And then I was kind of thinking, how can I help him so that this isn't just a one-way stream of like insights and information? And yeah, it turns out I could help him quite a bit on hiring and certain roles and how to hire, where to get the right people. And I think naturally just him having an e-commerce business and me having an agency, it starts to teach you very different skills. When you have your own e-commerce brand, you're very like scrappy. You understand like every little minor change in algorithm. You can afford to do things that are a little bit less structured in a way, but also a higher risk, higher reward in certain areas. And then when you've got an agency, you learn other skills like how to build a team, how to get the right people, how to motivate people, how to be a leader. All of these things I didn't know when I had my own e-commerce brand. And now Watson's now trying to do some of that for his own business. It's good to be able to share that learning with him as well. So hopefully you've enjoyed this video. As always, let me know what else you'd like to see. I'm always looking for feedback on how we can improve these videos. Somebody said, Lucas, if you're watching this, you say broski a little bit too much, so I don't think I've even said it once this video. Nevertheless, yeah, let me know how else these videos can be improved and what else you'd like to see. Peace.